you have waited long enough for the return of the Wednesday's Child podcast. Yes, it has really been a while, hasn't it? So many of you have messaged over the last few months and, dare I say it, even years since the high momentum that we had over the COVID period. And it's fair to say that Sarah and I went a little bit quiet on you after things got a little bit more back to normal. It's not to say we didn't care, not to say we weren't in touch with an awful lot of you and that we didn't continue a lot of our provision of services around befriending and treatment access. But yes, certainly things were quieter. So I'm popping on today with a very short podcast update just to say we're coming back. Coming back in several ways, really. Coming back in podcast format, so you can hear from Sarah Ledger and myself talking about our own journeys with an eating disorder, our views, perspectives on what's been happening in the landscape around treatment and support for issues around eating disorders and eating behaviours, the kind of diet world as we know it and as we love to love it, love to hate it, and treatment access, how the healthcare system is changing and how we would want it to change. And we're also bringing back some of our support groups. So in not short order, you will be hearing from the likes of Sarah Parker, who will be talking about how she and I will be joining you once a month for a parent and carer support group evening. So yes, well and truly, we are back. What I'd really like from you is for this to be a two-way piece of engagement. Podcasts, yeah, they're great. They are stick them in your ears. You can just have whoever it is, the host, rabbiting away in your ears while you potter around the house doing some housework, walk to school, walk to work, sit and cry your eyes out in the corner of the garden on your deck chair. But these podcasts work even better when we've got two-way communication. We thrive on being able to receive your questions, your insights, your experiences. We don't want this to be a pity party about people that have gone through eating disorders. Yes, we want to be compassionate. We want to share the challenges, the difficult experiences you've been through, and possibly, as we've seen and posted about on our social media this week even, it's occasionally about grief too. It's about tragedy, it's about loss, it's about loved ones not receiving the care and attention that we hope they would, and just not being able to overcome their illness no matter how hard and how heroic they have tried to fight it. But at the same time, we want the positivity too. We want to hear about the triumph and the just sheer heroism with which you have fought the illness, come out the other side, and what you've managed to create for your new life beyond. What perspective has it given you? What was it that you thought made you finally kick the eating disorder into touch at long last? Perhaps you'd been an inpatient, perhaps you'd had years and years of trying, perhaps you'd got well, got unwell, got well again, got unwell. Well, tell me about it. Tell the Wednesday's Child community whether it was one-to-one therapy, whether it was just chucking yourself into the community more and finding other things that you loved more than you loved your eating disorder. Or, as Debbie always says, was it just that you got sick and tired of being sick and tired? So whatever it is, we'd love to hear from you. And that could be yourself as the person that's been through an eating disorder, or it could be a parent, it could be a carer. It could be even a teacher who's really, really worried about what you're seeing in your schools and colleges at the minute, and you want help, or you want insight, or you want to share the experiences. It could be a medical practitioner. It could be a trainee GP who wants to go into this particular profession knowing the very best amount of skill and insight that you can around the world of eating disorders. It could even be a politician. I honestly don't mind who you are. If you have something to say about eating disorders, if you have a question, if you have a query, and if you have a perspective that would be of use and of resonance to our community, then please reach out. As things go on, we're hoping to evolve Wednesday's Child as a community much more and have it much more busy and proactive as it was around that COVID period, but hopefully funded and able to provide you with more treatment pathways than we've been able to do of late. In the meantime, the priority is to get the conversation going and to make sure that people who are battling an eating disorder or are helping someone battle an eating disorder do not feel quite so alone. So whatever it is you want to get in touch about, whether you want to raise a question, whether you want to tell me about your own experience, whether you want to ask something of us as the hosts, whether you want to find out more about our support groups, or whether you want to say, I'm a philanthropist or someone who just wants to give generously or wants to sponsor part of the Wednesday's Child activity, then reach out. Best email to do that is directly to me. That's debbie@wednesdayschild.co.uk. That's the email address, debbie@wednesdayschild.co.uk. You will find us on all the social media platforms, so you can keep following us there. And then as soon as the podcast returns, we will be in your earwaves again, and also on the YouTube channel if you want to watch us as well. So, wishing you lots and lots of love, good fortune, health and happiness. And wherever you are in your own journey or a journey with someone that you love, I wish you the very best. And I do hope you'll feel able to share with us in the community, whether that's just listening or engaging and sharing a question too. Take care for now, and we will update you very, very soon.